In fourth grade, by his own admission, got held back because they thought he was retarded. When he was in 11th grade, his counselor laughed at the thought of him going to college. We came up together. I know how fraudulent he was as a sports writer and how they had to rewrite everything that he did.
That you betrayed me? Did you tell the folks that? You bitch. Did you tell them? You fat piece of shit.
Whitlock, if we're being real, Whitlock has unlocked the key, no pun intended, to realizing like the easiest way to tick off black people is for a black person to take an anti-black take.
Oh yeah.
And Whitlock realizes, oh, I know how to play y'all.
Yeah.
All I gotta do is say something anti-black as a black man, y'all will engage with it and I'll get paid off the engagement.
As the Colorado football team and Deion's son, flashing gold chains and watches and taunting people and the whole I'm better than you mentality, the Colorado is the Black Devils.
He has bugged me for years. What's wrong with this dude, man? It seems like he's always been against African-American men, African-American athletes. He just seems like kind of a traitor, you know? Jason Whitlock is what I call him. He's always saying shit against us. For some reason, it feels that way. If I'm wrong, you can say whatever you want in the comments. It just feels that way.
He's the one that puts himself in front of white folks. The white folks. Not all white folks. Not most white folks. But the white folks that dare we say may have a problem with black folks. He says, I'm your man. That's what he does. I often told y'all, I cannot imagine as a black man, knowing our history, anything worse than a white supremacist. That is, until Jason Whitlock came along. He's worse than them. He is the worst, most despicable, lying, no good, fat ass human being I have ever known in my life.
Well, now tuned in to the Dark Times channel.
And so we got to go ahead and talk about Jason Whitlock, because it seems like almost once or twice a year, Jason Whitlock goes out of his way to have an unwarranted criticism or an over-the-top critique about a foundational black American. There's critiquing, and then there's whatever this was.
In fourth grade, by his own admission, got held back because they thought he was retarded. When he was in 11th grade, his counselor laughed at the thought of him going to college. And again, someone like me that's a journalist that we're the same age. We came up together.
And so we got a grown man talking about another man's childhood, bringing up moments where Stephen A. Smith possibly struggled and using that as a weapon, not to make a point, not to educate, but to tear him down. And that right there, like I said, that's something else, because that's a win. Starting from where Stephen A. Smith started from, having a learning disability, being held back, having a teacher laugh at you when you bring up college, and now you're the #1 media guy in the world, hosting several different shows. People are talking about you running for president. That's a win. And to be fair, we've all critiqued Stephen A. Smith. We've all had our critiques of Stephen A. Smith over the years. I know I have. But when you start questioning Stephen A.'s intelligence based on where he was as a child, that right there should let everybody know that that Christianity walk that Jason Whitlock likes to claim and likes to profess, that should let everybody know that that's BS. And the only walk that Jason Whitlock is on in life is whatever he's told to say by the Blaze, because that's who pays his salary.
What rights black people don't have. Also, white people, yeah, we do have a record of critique of your oppression. In fact, do you know how many of our ancestors fought in the Civil War to free your ancestors? Bloodiest war in the United States history was over what was right, and it was largely white people fighting it.
And not to say that Jason Whitlock is devoid of any kind of talent, but guys like him would never get the kind of viewership and engagement unless they were doing exactly what it is that they continue to do.
Law, and people just obeyed the law at the time. And when I was growing up, I had to pick cotton. The guys were taking out.
You were born on a plantation.
Have you ever picked cotton?
No, sir.
You have not lived until you pick cotton.
You're being too controversial for me. You're gonna get my show taken off the air. It's fun to pick cotton.
It's fun. It makes a man out of you.
Really?
Because most blacks are so lazy now.
Oh, Jesus.
Because of the government.
In all of those things that exist for black people, like standard of life, quality of life, I'm wondering, is America possibly not playing the same game with us that it is with everybody else? Or is your answer to that entire glob of inequity basically that niggas ain't shit?
Get him. Oh, green Jimmy the cricket suit wearing ass motherfucker. Get him. Oh, short Colin Powell haircut having ass motherfucker. Get him. Little Angela Davis mustache wearing ass motherfucker. Get him. Little Richard Pryor shortcut fade having around the side wearing motherfucker. Get him. Little Don Cornelius with a haircut.
Gentlemen, if you don't mind, I'd like you to sit down. I would like to continue.
Really, man? That's your question?
Jack, he said Michael B. Jordan got a DEI.
But here's the smartest part about that, though. Here's the smartest part about that is black people are going to riot about it, and white people are going to rave about it.
Yeah.
So he's got two markets in the palm of his hand, because not all white people, but the racist white people that subscribe to that type of stuff are gonna.
I'm not gonna lie. Jason Whitlock is the best person to follow in sports media if you take it as satire.
Yeah.
So black men who earned their Oscars: Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, Jamie Foxx, Forrest Whitaker, Will Smith. Black, just black. Black who won DEI Oscars: Michael B. Jordan. Sinners was hot garbage, and Jordan's acting was mid at best. That's his opinion.
But it's not, though. Like, you gotta realize he just wants to upset you so you can engage with it so he can get money.
And so I halfway agree with that. Black people don't necessarily care at this point anymore. We've seen this show for the past century or so. There's always been a Jason Whitlock. There's always been a Jesse Lee Peterson. We've always had people like that amongst us, and we knew exactly what it was that they were doing. And so we don't necessarily throw our hands up anymore. We don't necessarily do the rah-rah anymore for that. And so we don't necessarily engage in the rage bait at this point anymore. But guys like Jason Whitlock don't even need that at this point. All he needs is his largely, predominantly white tea audience to tune in. And he's got more than enough viewership to keep it going. Now, we'll chime in from time to time to call it out like I'm doing right now, but we don't necessarily care enough to be up in arms about it. And that's the way it's always been, at least as long as I can remember. But that's how I feel about it. I would love to get y'all's feedback in the comments down below, as we usually do. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button for me one time and go